Snatch Deadlift, Snatch Pole, or Snatch HighPull? What's the difference and which should you be focusing on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Coach Brian from Big Ben Strength, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so that you get more weightlifting and strength technique videos. Now, each of these exercises are designed to do one thing, and that's to strengthen the pull for the snatch. However, each one has a slightly different amount of weight, speed, and final bar height. It's important to note that for each of these, the goal is to maintain the exact same start position and movement that you would have in a snatch, with the only difference being how you finish the lift at extension. Starting with the Snatch HighPull, the goal again is to mimic the exact movement that you would for a snatch. However, after extension, instead of pulling under the bar, we're going to continue to pull the bar high while keeping the bar close to the body. This is a great exercise to practice the pull for the snatch, drill for a more aggressive and vertical finish, and practice the timing of the transition from leg effort to arm effort. This variation is the lightest of the pull variations and is typically trained in the 75 to 100% range for 2 to 5 reps. It should most often be programmed towards the end of a workout after our high skill Olympic lifts, but before our squats. At the point that we can no longer pull the elbows high, the lift then becomes a snatch pull. The snatch pull continues to mimic the snatch, with the lifter finishing the extension with a shrug and slight elevation of the elbows, but only to help keep the bar close, not to elevate the bar. This variation is great for strengthening the pull for the snatch and can be trained heavier than one could snatch or snatch high pull. I recommend programming these anywhere from 85 to 115% of your 1 rep max snatch for 2 to 5 reps per set. And just like the Snatch HighPull is best performed after the higher skill Olympic lifts, but before the squat. At the point that the lifter can no longer finish the pull with a shrug, the lift then becomes a Snatch Deadlift. Keep in mind that the Snatch Deadlift is not simply just a deadlift with a wider grip, but it still must mimic the exact movement that we would have in a snatch. Make sure to get the knees out of the way of the bar, then get them back under and finish the extension with legs and hips at the same time, being careful not to extend the legs significantly before the hips like we would typically do in a normal deadlift. This variation is the heaviest of the 3 pull variations, therefore will have the slowest pull, but we must still aim to finish the extension as fast as possible, just not at the expense of maintaining proper technique. The Snatch Deadlift should typically be trained in the 100 to 130% of your 1 rep max snatch for 1 to 5 reps per set. Just like with each of the other pull variations should be trained after the high skill Olympic lifts, but before the squat. That's everything for this video. If you found it helpful, please make sure to check out my coaching and programs in the description below.